All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from the People Cave.
Mm-hmm.
My name's Will DeFreeze. To my left, David, noted person, Ruff.
Hello, I am human.
Are you a dancer?
I pull up to my nanny's to drop off my son today. Guess what she was putting up? The hammock.
Oh, that's a chill sitch.
Dude, he loves the hammock. I love a hammock. I don't have anywhere to put one at our own home, but I would like to someday.
Dylan, you said you just acquired a banana hammock.
Yeah,
Is that just a place where you store your bananas on your kitchen counter?
No, it's my undergarment.
Oh.
And those hammocks that are made out of the stringy stuff, as opposed to like the thick white rope, that's the shit right there. Those are great. You know what I'm saying?
I don't, but
Sure you do. The hammocks that are...
this one looks nylon.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know
like
my
some
five
hammocks-
favorite fabrics are?
I don't care.
know the
Nylon,
hammocks that have,
nylon,
like-
nylon.
Those
The
make
the wood framing with like the white rope.
I know what you're talking
That's
about.
like a
Okay.
traditional
I'm
hammock.
following you. What are you talking about? The little tiny thin boys?
Yeah, the ones that like hang and they like completely wrap around you.
See, my dad bought that gang shit when we were back in the day in Michigan. He got that like cloth hammock with the padding and
That
stuff.
doesn't sound like gang shit.
No, it was gang shit.
I don't think gang members hang out in hammocks.
No,
at
but you
all.
could get the whole gang on there. That's why I said it. It was like, come on, dog.
Dude, you ever flipped one?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
oh
It's
yeah.
easy to do, man.
Very easy.
My same cousins that would play the game where they'd beat me up with noodles on our trampoline. They would also just sneak up on me when I was in the hammock and flip me. It was a really fun game we played. I had a dark childhood.
The five
Kids are cool.
the five best materials made for hammocks are nylon.
I feel like
Is
Will
he
just did
seriously
that
doing
minutes
this right
ago.
now? I'm gonna fight you, dog.
We've got subdued Dylan today.
Yeah.
Why? You're literally wearing a party polo right now. You
I am.
can't
I
be
look
subdued.
sick.
Seems like you don't want to party.
Like you're absolutely decked out in backer 20,
Did you party
20% off.
Whoa.
Sports
This
party
is
gets you a
this is
little-
paywall material.
Yeah, but dude, real ones respect rowback, so they're okay with getting that 10-second ad read.
okay.
Did you have a little too much fun last night at Lou's?
Oh, did someone drink BOS?
I had one margarita,
Oh wow.
but then we came home and had a bottle of wine. Look,
There you go.
Bae starts her new job today, so we were doing like a last, a last free night for a while.
Damn, she's got a different mode. She got a different mode than me when I started a new job the next day. I'm like taking some
You're
melatonin,
getting
settling
to
to
bed
bed
at 7.
early. Like I'm getting up real early to make sure that when I walk in the office, I'm looking spry as hell. No, I'm just kidding. What I actually do before I get a new job is that I show up to the wrong location on my first day and then make my boss pick me up.
I was
sick.
happy to get out of the office. I
Yeah,
was fine with it.
yeah. I felt like the biggest dumbass. I was like, dude, it's over.
Like breakfast or something.
Yeah, you should have popped over to Rudy's with me. I would have loved
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And it was nice working right next door to that Rudy's. You never got to.
I saw there was a post online the other day with a chef from Austin, and they asked him what his favorite barbecue was, and he said Rudy's. And I was like, you know what? I like that this Austin chef is putting some respect on the Rudy's name.
That's gonna hurt his rep.
Nah, he's doing just
But
fine.
Rudy's is good.
Is that kind of an ironic take? Is that like how people are going to like Applebee's and stuff?
Well,
Applebee's
on a late night's
on a late
different.
night.
Yeah, fancy like Dickies for lunch. I don't know.
What?
Isn't it Dickies? And what are we talking about? Oh,
Rudy's, dog.
Rudy's, sorry.
Dickies is a barbecue
Dickies
place.
is the same thing.
Is Rudy's just a Texas establishment, or is this somewhat around the South?
I'm not sure. Look, Rudy's is good barbecue.
You'll never hear me slander Rudy's.
No,
I love
no,
Rudy's.
It's fine. Like I'm not, when I say fine, I know a lot of times when people say that they're like insulting it. But if it's next door to you and you want to go get lunch, go get a chopped beef sandwich. They make a good sandwich.
They have fire chopped beef.
I'm not saying their brisket can stand alone like a lot of these nice places, but you also don't have to wait for 2 hours outside in the heat
The brisket's good.
in a dress.
Something I've enjoyed about Texas is the fact that you can only really get sausage wraps at golf courses. I'm surprised that they don't have these just chilling at like coffee shops.
I'll wrap your sausage.
With what?
I've got
Dylan's banana hammock?
No, I have an excess of tortillas, a surplus.
I've been doing it.
you gonna eat 'em?
Fritz is really into tortillas right now, and so I've been buying a lot of them, which has just caused me to turn everything into a taco. I'm like, oh, I got some leftovers over here. All right, I'm gonna toss this in this tortilla over here and eat a taco.
That's like Dog Randy's favorite. When he sees that we picked up like Lupe or something, he just sits there waiting for that little tortilla toss.
Damn.
Are dogs attracted to yeast? Because like dog. Because Rosie is absolutely whenever we have like a fresh loaf of bread or something, like we go to the store and get maybe a little sourdough, maybe a little pumpernickel. She just sits there and stares at it. She
just like people food generally.
But there's something different about bread and like tortillas that she gets excited for. Yeah, she's yeasting. She's beasting on the yeasting. She's got that dog in
I
her.
woke up in yeast mode.
I put my yeasties on today. You'll see them. They're all white.
I'm glad this is paywall content.
You seen them?
Yeah, we've all seen them.
I noticed them. I'm glad they're getting another run.
You know, you should feel good. Do you watch Sneaker Shopping on Complex? No, just me? Yeah, they had David Beckham on yesterday, and he copped some Yeezums there.
Is that the one that Bella Hadid did? Was that the same show?
Mm-hmm. It's a better show than Bella Hadid gives, like people give it credit for because of Bella.
Boy rose up in these. He's gonna like get it. What?
Do you think the people editing that were just like, you know what? Like we have to include this because it's awful, but like at the same time, this is really going to tank our stock.
No, more people watched it than they ever have before.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but now I'm just trailed it. I'm such a dad. I'm just buying dad sneakers.
You're gonna like get it.
No girls are looking at my trail running shoes and they're like, damn, he's gonna get it.
What about my Yeezums?
Like, I bet he's got some raisins in his pocket.
Like this 38-year-old is rolling up in white Yeezums. He's gonna like get it.
I had a bowl of Raisin Bran Crunch last night.
Hey, check the sugar content on that, Dave.
I know.
Shut up.
It's outrageous.
Shut up, dog.
No, it's like shocking.
He's not your son, dude. Let him eat his Raisin Bran Crunch.
I'm just saying it's shocking.
I offset it by going with oat milk. I didn't offset it, but I mitigated.
Dude, I'm tired of Dylan talking about the sugar content and everything, dude. Let people live.
Man.
I did slander.
I'm about to hit you with some facts.
I slandered Raisin Bran recently on the podcast, and while it is a cereal that my mom kept in the pantry when I was growing up, it's still just a mid-ass cereal, especially if you've had Raisin Bran Crunch in your life.
Sure.
Okay, 19 grams of sugar per cup, which I guess is less than I thought it was.
Yeah, you can double cup me. Give me that 38, dog.
Still quite a bit.
Let's just say I had more than a cup.
I make the biggest bowls of cereal. No one makes bigger bowls of cereal.
I'm sorry. That was just the added sugar. It's actually 28 grams per cup.
Don't care.
God, shut up.
I eat like one bowl of cereal a year. I think I'll be fine.
I'm just saying, man. It's a silent killer. I'm looking out for y'all's health.
Some people are saying the more sugar you eat, like the longer you live.
You worry about what you feed your kid?
Right now? No. As long as he's fed, I don't give a shit.
Parks is so picky. I just want him to eat as much of everything that he can get his hands on.
I think that's probably the best way to go. I still there's some things that I love that he loves. Blackberries, raspberries, guacamole, all healthy stuff. Honey Nut Cheerios, loves those. And I love those as well. Mm-hmm. Just like, hey man,
honey what Cheerios?
Nut.
Again, my son. This is his favorite snack.
That's the goated cereal, man.
This is my son.
And
his favorite snack.
You know how you know it's goated? None of the imitators even come close to it. It's insane how bad they are.
What's the one with the bee? The cartoon bee?
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Is that Honey Nut Cheerios?
Doing,
sorry. I was thinking, what am I thinking of?
Honeycomb?
Smacks is not a competitor.
Everyone from
Smacks was
no,
good,
by competitor, I mean like the store brand generic. You could buy the Fruity Pebbles generic, whatever. It's going to be fine. It's not going to be that much different.
Fruity Pebbies, man.
But when it comes to, you can't stand Fruity Pebs and then just talk shit on Raisin Bran Crunch the entire time. All right, we'll do a cereal draft. I think we do a cereal draft tomorrow. We're doing a cereal draft tomorrow on Circling Back. Someone write that down.
You're a cereal poser.
You're done, dog.
No, what are you talking about, dude?
I have a theory that you only ate Wheaties growing up.
Yeah.
I like Rice Krispies.
Yeah, Dylan only had Wheaties with Olympians on it.
No.
Carrie Strug.
I wasn't much of a Wheaties guy.
Who was horny for Carrie Strug? Was
Micah.
it Brett or Micah?
Micah. He chose the entire 1996 Olympic team.
I'll fuck with regular Cheerios too, if I'm being real.
Oh my god, dude.
Now
I love cardboard.
You just Googled popular cereals.
No, as a kid, I ate like, man, I ate it all the time.
All right, save it for tomorrow.
I used to have a Cheerios T-shirt
Clip
with my
that.
name on the back when I was a kid. I did.
What? Why?
I don't know. Me and my sister both had them.
Like a
I'll try and find
shirt?
a picture. It was just a yellow shirt that said Cheerios on it. On the back, it said Dylan. I don't know where it even came from.
Kind of dope.
Haley had one too. They were sick. I wore it all the time. I don't know.
But that
man.
wasn't on the rundown.
You need to find that.
It's dope.
Now, Bay threw that out and made you buy it something like way doper.
I was like 4 years old when I wore it. She doesn't. Bay has never seen it.
I would have kept it.
Yeah. If you were a real one, you would have kept it, dude.
Again, like this was over 30 years
If you actually liked Cheerios as much as you say, you would have kept that shirt for life.
I think I have my first Little League baseball hat. My wife does want me to throw my old hats away, and I'm like, what if they come back? What if like it's cool to wear vintage stuff when Rhodes is of age?
That's the fear.
That's what I want. I want to be able to give him some stuff, like a white hat that says Mavericks from the worst team ever assembled. That was our Little League team.
My parents hooked me up the other day with a package. They sent me my varsity letter with my pins on it. Can't wait to use that somehow.
That's awesome.
It is just a big H, though. Do you want me to bring it in the stew?
Oh, do you role play in it?
What? Huh?
What does the H stand for?
Horny?
This is a parental pod.
No, we said it was horny week. You can't have kids without being a little horny.
No, this is
He's
different.
right.
You can't have kids without being horny.
Every other day is horny. That's a great point, actually. You can.
Do you have to be so horny? You guys want to start off with a nice feel-good submission that's not even a question?
Yeah, sure.
This is feel-good, okay? This is feel-good. We were out at a city block party about a month ago. Kids and families everywhere. Our good friends have a little girl that has Down syndrome, and she is like my daughter's little sister. Anyway, the girls were playing, and a little boy walked up innocently and asked why her eyes were so big. My 4-year-old responded with, "My eyes are big too, and if you don't like it, bye."
Oh, shoot.
And he said, "Proud dad here."
That's that shit.
That's that shit you aspire to. Now we're going to transition into something mean.
Hey,
That
was a good job dadding.
That's a great feeling. Like, you did something right.
I have yet to experience that I've done something right, because all Fritz does is like roll around and eat stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's right.
He does look.
You taught him how to shove food down his gullet.
I feel like Child Protective Services is going to come up if I put him in a Manchester United uniform again this season. It's trash.
Because they're so bad?
Yeah.
I feel like there's
They're going to be like, come on,
the
player.
CPS
Don't raise him like
The
this.
CPS will probably stay out of that one.
Okay. I guess that would make
It's
sense.
outside their jurisdiction.
What if they're Messi fans?
Again, I just don't
Oy.
think they're going to mess with that. They'll probably leave it alone.
Yeah.
Just a jersey, really.
Babies are just messy in general.
It's true. It's true.
Mhm.
They be pooping and eating,
Yeah. Yeah.
Eating refried beans at Matt's.
taking doo-doos
Dude.
in their diaper.
Fritz is on a 24/7 bean diet these days. He loves them.
Man, Lil Bay loves beans big time, too.
Does Fritz toot?
Does he too? Yeah.
audibly?
All the time.
It's so fun.
All the time.
Do you subscribe to the school where you're like not supposed to react, or do you? Because I laugh. It's you can't. How am I gonna not laugh?
He's not even looking at me when he does it, so I can pretty much do anything. He just crawls around and farts all the time. I wish I could do that.
Parks be farting. Sorry,
He's
homie,
at that
it's
age.
true.
He's at that age where it's like it's the funniest thing he could possibly do.
He finds humor in it.
Him
But
and the boys get together.
I've taught him to, if we're around the girls now, because now we're living with girls, we're chicks, you know. I like, dude, just go to the other room or go to the bathroom or something. Like it's, you know. And he
Can fart in front of them.
He'll let one sneak out every now and then, but he's pretty good about not doing it.
God, he can't even fart in his own living room.
Actually, a couple nights ago
It's
at
being
dinner,
emasculated.
he got up, walked to the restroom, let one rip, came right back to the dinner table. I was like, all right,
Okay.
there you go.
I mean, I respect the politeness.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear something not polite?
Please.
This is from our friend Jacqueline. We all know kids are brutally honest. Once my nephew, 3 years old at the time, out of nowhere said, Jack, you have a crooked butt. So naturally I freaked out and thought, wow, I have to fix this like now. I've never felt more attacked in my life. I told my sister what he said and she asked me to turn around, and turns out the seam of my leggings wasn't perfectly centered on my butt. What's the harshest or funniest thing that a kid's ever said to you? Dylan's like, nah, kids love me. I'm tight.
Crooked butt. That's just funny. That's not mean.
Yeah, but what if you think your
I
butt's,
don't
what if
know.
you think they're saying it because you don't have your butt in shape and you're like, damn, now I have to go like follow a TikTok tutorial.
I don't think you would describe an out of shape butt as a crooked butt, though.
Yeah, but kids aren't going to be like, damn,
you're
why are you so
crooking
fat
it.
back there? Yeah, they probably would be.
Kids will just straight up be like, yo, why is that man so fat?
Yeah, kids shouldn't do that. I'm going to do
No.
everything I can to not let Fritz do that.
A kid once told me when I was probably my 20s, It wasn't a family member, but it was like somebody's nephew or something, or somebody's little brother or sister. I think it was a brother. Said, "Why is your face so funny?"
You do have a funny face.
And I was just kind of like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, what's your fucking problem?
I was like, "Hey, man, fuck you,
It was the P Diddy, it was the P Diddy meme.
fuck you, bitch." I didn't say that.
You just stared at him?
Yeah.
You goddamn son of a bitch.
Well, if you weren't related to you, like, you cut him down a little bit.
I you know, it was one of those situations where in your 20s, you're usually awkward around kids, and unless you have kids of your own. But I was just kind of like, oh man, he got me, and I feel like there was people around like, oh fuck, roast handing me. I deserved it. My face was funny back then, still is.
Yeah, you got your old funny face.
Old funny ass face.
Look at you.
Old funny face over here.
Yeah, that's right.
Funny face looking ass.
When I was driving my 2006 Ford Fusion, you guys remember this thing?
Love that.
Everyone in
car.
Austin talked about it.
I thought this might be yours.
Oh, I remember.
It was
I
an
remember this
absolute
one.
slab. It was slow, loud, and banging.
It was just a fusion.
Nah, dude. It was the SEL though.
The AC did not
shit.
work in that thing.
Yo, that's facts.
If you were in the back seat, you were sweating heavy.
Get to it.
It was constantly hot in there.
I already know what this one's about.
I think part of the reason that I got this criticism was because because of the lack of AC.
I also think because the parents of these kids probably drive really nice vehicles.
Yeah, but they told me that my car smelled, my nieces, and I was like, "Yo, that might be true, but like you can't confirm that in my head."
Yo, don't dog the fuse.
Well, then like a year later, and then it stuck with me forever. I was like, I can't shake
you're
that
a
I'm
smelly car guy.
Yeah, like I might as well have just been rolling around playing Adam Sandler piece of shit car.
Diesel gas sucks my ass.
He's a fucking piece of shit. Good song.
It's a piece of shit.
That's something my dad thought that song was so funny.
Oh, I did too.
It had a moment.
It is a funny song.
Yeah.
Well, then a year later, I finally like upped my game, and I finally leased a car for the first time in my life. For the first time in my life, I don't have a car that's over 10 years old. I'm proud of it. I like it. I'm psyched every time I get to get in there and drive it.
It's okay.
And then, same niece that was in the back, I was pulling out of her driveway, and she looks at me, and she saw that I got a new car, and she goes, "I don't like your color. I don't like the color of your car." And I was just like,
Damn.
like, don't do this to me right now. Like, I bought this car because of you, because I needed validation from a 6-year-old.
I needed a non-smelly car.
Yeah, and
Here
like
it
I got
is.
that new car smell, and I had that drip, and she still hates
She
me.
wanted you to get like a cherry red.
We've since smoothed it over, and we're real ones together. But like at that time, I was like, dude, what do I need to do to reach these kids? Like, I'm overspending on a leased vehicle with too much of a warranty on it, and I'm just getting shelled by these girls.
I would have pulled up with candy paint dripping. Simply, that's what I would have done.
They would have been a big fan of the candy paint if I did that, though.
Just drip all
Damn.
over the lot.
Uncle Will, you're riding slab.
Yeah.
Paint dripping off the back, gripping
You
grain.
should have let that paint dry, honestly, before you took it out of the shop.
Damn, Uncle Will's got the elbows poking out.
Oh, those are so sick.
I was driving yesterday. I saw a lifted Miata, matte black.
That's sick.
Like, it was the most modified Miata I've ever seen, and it was one of the ugliest things I've ever seen as well. You do not need to lift.
What do you do with
if
that?
you're going through a midlife crisis right now, don't lift your Miata.
Was it a body or suspension?
If you have
Don't
a
know what
car
that means.
with the elbows poking out, there's some streets you just can't drive on.
Burn
There's
it.
a number.
There are
of
a lot of turns you just can't
You
make.
probably should not go out of a neighborhood. Like you should.
You can't park in just a regular parking lot unless the spots next to you are completely, or they're vacant. Can't do it.
Yeah, you go to Target, you have to park in the back. You got to
No.
park where the
Or
employees
you
are
just
going.
straddle a line in the lot,
Dude.
take 2 spots.
I went to the mall over the weekend, as I often do. Lifted black, I don't know if it was a Raptor, Ford, whatever. Fox Racing sticker. Taking up 4 spots. He backed up just diagonal, and there was 4 spots affected. So he was touching
What an
each
absolute
one.
Dude.
dickhead.
And it wasn't like he parked at the back. It was probably 10 spots up from the front row.
I took Parks to the mall over the weekend as well. And man, we walked through the whole thing. That is a depressing place.
You got to know where to go.
If you just go into Nordy, it's fine. But if you wander through the actual mall part of it, there are some creatures in that place. And I just sounds a little insensitive. I understand. Some absolute creatures in there. I don't get it.
Catch me in there.
Mall people are built different.
Mall people are very different.
They're living in a different
me?
time.
Am I a mall guy?
You're close. You're trending.
I'm Paul Blart.
You're like mall adjacent.
I'm the mall narc.
That like 15-year-old couple who holds hands through the mall, like they're still there.
Yeah.
They're 15.
No, but I
They're
could.
like, why are they there?
If I was
they're 15,
if I was
I'm being
15 and
up
mad
to
horny, like I think a mall would be a good place to get dropped off by your parents at this
They
point.
just hold hands and walk through the mall.
Yeah, but
Because they're in love.
That's not a bad
They
move.
stop into Gadzooks and buy some weird shit.
Probably soaking their hands.
yeah, if there's a place to get alone time right now, a mall's a good place to get that alone time.
And they have the fade haircut, like I got that one time.
The dream when I was a kid was we didn't have a mall near us, so we had to drive downstate to do our back to school shopping. We'd show up,
Downstate.
we'd park the car at 11 a.m. sharp. We'd roll in straight to California Pizza Kitchen.
Got to.
Your boy would polish off an entire barbecue chicken pizza because my mom knew that I would get hangry if I didn't have that. And then
Okay.
right next to the California Pizza Kitchen was just a video game store. And I'd knock those two things out immediately, and then we just hit the Gap, hit Eddie Bauer. It was just a goated feeling. And you know what the cherry on top was? We go to the rich side of the mall, eat at P.F. Chang's.
You were at the mall long enough to do 2 meals there.
Dude, when you
It was a daily event.
when you don't live downstate,
day.
you got to stay there all day. You got to.
I used to hang out in North Cross Mall, which is no longer in existence. It was on Anderson Lane. We would do Oshman's.
Super Sports.
I would go dunk on the low hoop in there for a while.
Dude, Oshman's was so fun.
In your Cheerios tee.
Work up a sweat. No, this was like I was older.
You could go put on boxing gloves.
Oh,
they had
it was
everything.
awesome in there. And then we would go to it was called Tilt, and it was arcade.
Tilt
And
was
I
the
would,
shit.
I would drop mad quarters in there. NBA Jam, Street Fighter, Arch Rivals. I was just fucking people
Ooh,
up.
Arch
in there.
How would if Christopher Walken was playing Street Fighter? What would he say?
Then I would go get. They had a Rapolos. I'll go get a slice of pizza, and probably a smoothie, and it was like an absolute scene.
Can I say something about California Pizza Kitchen?
Please.
So
Are you can?
my local mall, local to Duncanville, did not have one. And I'd heard about it, and it sounded like, oh, this place, California Pizza Kitchen. So went up to Grapevine Mills Mall, one of the really nice malls that got built later on. And they had one. And I had it, and I've never been more underwhelmed by a pizza.
Dude.
Rapolos or Sabaro. Give me Sabaro.
Nah.
Sabaro
Nah.
was good pizza.
I'm not going to sit here and let someone just absolutely slander it without me defending it a bit. The barbecue chicken pizza, it's not your classic pizza. If you're ordering a margarita from California Pizza Kitchen, yeah, it stinks. Their sweet barbecue sauce with that red onion, are you kidding me? Double it up for a player.
It's not great pizza, but I mean, bad pizza.
Did y'all have Sabaro? You know Sabaro, the New
course.
York style. You could get a slice, and oh my god. I mean, it's not great.
Yeah,
New York.
it's just greasy as hell.
Oh, it's all dude. But you fold it up and you
Rapolos
eat it.
was the same way.
It's like the closest to the cartoon slice of pizza with the cheese. It's
Oh, and I would get a Jolt Cola at Rapolos. They sold them there in a little glass case.
ooh.
Y'all don't have that.
was your
Y'all don't have that Cali boy swag.
I was
It shows.
absolutely buzzing.
No, we definitely did not.
Mm-mm.
No, I didn't have Cali Boy
We
swag
would
back
we
then.
would try to fill up on the samples through the
Oh, yeah.
mall, the food court. Be like,
Gotcha.
all right, let's go, because you knew
Panda
General
Express.
Tso's, Panda or General, whatever the Chinese food place would be.
Yup.
You knew they'd have the toothpicks in.
Always Panda, dude.
Oh,
Always
Ooh.
Panda. My parents would never even let us go to Panda, and I would just walk by and just whiff it.
Kids these days don't get it, man. Don't have a mall to blow 8 hours at.
Oh, dude, my mom would just put us in the arcade and give us $10, and it would last me 2 hours. I would have an absolute. You get on the ski game,
Oof.
where you go back and forth. You know what I'm talking about? Do you guys have that down here?
yeah.
The ski game was tight. The
Mm.
wave racer game, where you actually got on the little motorcycle.
I'd win a few tickets, go get a bouncy ball, and I would throw it in the ice rink.
Oh,
Oh,
see,
you mean the
we would do the same
rubber
thing,
ball?
but it was right next to the food court, and so we would just throw the ball in the food court and watch it go crazy.
oh,
Nothing is bouncier.
There was an ice rink. It might actually still be there at North Cross Mall. We would fuck with the skaters down there. Ice skaters, that is.
You would make it so they tripped and hurt themselves on the ice.
We would throw shit at them.
You're making me feel better about what I used to do at the mall. We were just changing the background on the computers.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, if you saw what we put up,
Okay.
might have been a lemon party.
This is
David,
nostalgic. I want to go back to a mall at 9 years old.
Do you guys want to go back to a news story that we had on the last Circling Dad?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you guys remember when a nice young lady thought that she was bringing a drink to school, and it turns out she was just bringing margaritas to school, and everyone was drinking them?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's go back to Livonia, Michigan, where this occurred. It was just 3 weeks ago that Fox 2 reported at the Grand River Academy in Livonia, where a kindergartner brought margaritas and Dixie cups to school for snack time. Now, at the same school, 2 11-year-olds were hospitalized, and one of them brought marijuana edibles to school. Same school,
Same school?
and they're just doing edibles there
What
now.
part of Michigan is this?
Was
Livonia, south.
this accidental? Because I can absolutely see a kid thinking that like gummies are just like fruit snacks. You know?
Crystal Morton contacted Fox 2 after learning her son had given a marijuana edible to in their fifth grade classroom. She said her son didn't know that the funny feeling he was experiencing was a high from the THC in the edibles. He was feeling funny. That's all he kept saying was that he felt funny. To know that my child had in his system makes me angry, makes me devastated.
I mean, I wouldn't be happy about it, but there's worse things.
Yeah, but
Probably changes perspective on shit.
they're saying that he intentionally brought it to school and got these kids high.
You know, I straight up brought gummies to class. Gave the class the bag. It's like, here you go, boom.
You brought the cryptocurrency gummies to class, and
It was
you
on
handed
a,
them
yeah,
out.
it was blockchain.
How did you you just like
It was
loaded
on a little
your
thumb drive.
you put your thumb drive in their computer like here you go have
Yep.
some gummies, bitch.
Here you go.
You've been calling your gold chain the blockchain lately because you've
That's
just been
right.
blocking out the haters.
Yeah. That's why I didn't speak to Dylan on the boat.
Yeah.
You still have it on?
Is it hanging low? Is it wobbling to and
I
fro?
lost it in the lake.
Really?
No, I didn't. It's at home.
Okay.
I forgot to put it on this.
Damn, we would have been scouring that lake bottom for your gold chain.
I would have put on my scuba gear as I am certified.
I'm sure our friends at Movement would have just gladly hooked him up with another one.
I feel like Michigan is a recent state that's gotten legal marijuana. I feel like this has to happen in California like all the time.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that this exact same thing happened at the same school. Like if you 3 weeks is long enough where you're like, oh, we finally weathered the storm. Like, all right, no one's talking about the margaritas anymore. The council meetings have calmed down a little bit, and then suddenly this kid shows up with that booming loud and is just serving it out to all the haters out there.
Hypothetical. You're third grade, fourth grade, whatever, and you have taken some edibles. What is your ideal lunch? School lunch, cafeteria.
Dave,
not
this
bring
is,
your own. Not bring your own.
This
but
is a good question.
Damn.
And then
So
what's
you're about to go
what's the
hard.
first thing you do when you get home from school that day?
Hop on the sticks?
Yeah, I'm playing Zelda.
I'm playing Mario Golf.
King Griffey Jr. baseball.
I'm playing Zelda Ocarina of Time, and I'm just going
That's
into a
that's
dream
sorry.
world, dude. If you even knew how tight that would be as a high fourth grader, like you wouldn't be talking that booty chatter right now. No, ideal lunch for me would probably be.
I'm going rectangle pizza right off the jump.
Oh.
That's the natural choice. That's a natural choice right now. I'm trying to think of a better one.
It doesn't get better.
Honestly, I hate what I'm about to say, but I think it's facts. I think I'm going taco day. Because we just had those giant ass tortillas that tasted like cardboard.
Yeah, I'm sure the tacos at
We had
Michigan
we
Elementary
had the
School
ground
were
beef with
awesome.
Taco Bell seasoning all in there, and you just loaded that thing with chopped lettuce and
paprika.
cheese. Yeah.
We used to do nachos at my school, and it was just like the cheapest nacho cheese you can fathom.
Okay,
My
I like how
favorite
you're
day-
acting like just because I was in Michigan, like you guys are down here eating like
No, we
carne
weren't.
gasada.
No, we weren't.
No, we weren't, but I mean, like
We definitely
tacos at
Y'all got
in
your
my
street
elementary
tacos.
school-
I think it was pretty universal. I think everyone had the same lunch.
In high school, we had
ingredients.
enchilada day on Thursdays, and they were actually fire.
Man,
We had
didn't have
enchilada day
that.
every once in a while, and they were really, really good.
Meat and bean nacho day growing up was my favorite, but
That's a good one.
meat and bean nacho I brought my lunch most days, but they gave you the calendar so you knew what every day was going to be. Meat and bean nachos was the one day I did not bring my lunch, but I think if I'm edibled out and I'm like third grade, I think I'm going Texas goulash on your fucking ass, Dylan.
I don't even know what that is, David.
It's just like macaroni and like ground beef, meat sauce chopped up. It's like Hungarian goulash, but it's
My mom used to hit us with that goulash. I'd ask for extra chunky onions in that thing because
Ooh,
they get all
what are you
they get all sautéed and
Dude,
good.
it's really easy
Oh my God.
to eat a ton of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude,
Yeah, we didn't
goulash.
have that.
Goulash is an underrated thing. People need to bring goulash back.
I'm glad you knew what it was because a lot of people don't know.
I'm going chocolate milk too, by the way.
Oh, I'm going chocolate milk, and when I'm done, closing up the little cardboard mini box, and I'm stomping on it, and everybody's gonna get scared as fuck.
Did y'all have the giant cookies in the saran wrap that were like barely baked at all?
The sugar ones?
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
We also got a sandwich station our senior year that was like $5.99. So you had to be a real baller in order to go there every single day. That was always a nice little addition.
Parks has had free lunches at school, but next year they're charging.
That's bullshit. Should be free for everyone.
Damn, you guys need Marcus Rashford on the case. Sorry, that's over your head.
It is.
Marcus Rashford, noted Manchester United player, championed free lunch for underprivileged children throughout the pandemic. Beautiful story.
Our lunch was $1.25 when I was a kid. I wonder what the homies is going to be.
With inflation, probably like $20.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not $20. That's a fucking lot of money.
Sheesh.
Dude, the best RI school had to offer was the baked potato bar.
That's not a bad thing, dude.
No, it's not, but it's just like looking back, it's like, oh, baked potatoes are very cheap.
We had, in high school, I think we had Pizza Hut, like a Pizza Hut stand.
Damn, you at that bougie place.
Really?
Yeah.
That's almost as bougie as Brett's high school that laundered their gym clothes for them.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Saratoga's different.
How?
Not me. I was like pulling double duty. I was keeping my swim trunks around from swim day.
Oh, God.
And then going to gym class and those things. They were like, you could stand up, you could just set them down and they'd stand up straight.
Oh,
Disgusting.
that's disgusting. You're filthy.
Yeah.
Oh, the kids who would just never wash their gym clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, I can
Man,
still smell it.
I'd bring them home like once every 2 weeks.
The smell of the field house. The locker, like when you walked in the field house locker room, because you know our field house in middle school at least or junior high, the weight room was the locker room. So the weights were in there, and then surrounding it were the lockers, and it was not big. So you were lifting weights and then changing in the same spot, and so you had the smell from the weight room combining with the lockers, and that place stunk. And then the smell of grass. Oh my God.
Grass is good.
Yeah, but you know the smell, like post-soccer practice or football practice, grass combined with BO.
Woo. I kind of miss it. I kind of miss like taking my crusty ass soccer socks out of my soccer bag and just putting those things on and everyone just reeked.
Oh, God, it's so gross.
Oh, it's the best. Hey, we got a question for Dylan, mainly because Dave and I haven't reached this point in our lives yet.
What's good?
Middle age.
This is from Abby from Texas.
Probably it's more something to do with the age of my child.
Can you just let him ask?
Hey, Dylan, this one's for you since you're so fucking old. No, I'm just kidding. That's not what she said. At what age do I need to start censoring what music and podcasts I listen to around my 18-month-old son? I don't want him to start talking about bear loads or some shit like that.
What, do they listen to Come Town or something?
Yeah, they must be listening to some real shit podcasts if they're talking about bear loading walls.
Like when they can start to put like sentences together, I would say, which is what? 3? 4? 3 or 4? 3? 3.
What if your kid's like a big Ringer fan when he's like 4 years old and he's just always talking about Bill Simmons and shit?
It's probably not going to happen.
What if the finals are Boston versus Dallas and Bill Simmons has to go between Luka and the Celtics? His head's going to explode. His penis might explode too.
Why, is he a big Lucas stan?
I love it. Down
yeah.
We can't even like spell out words around Parks anymore because he can spell, he can read. So it's like, what?
Rhodes is not obviously not mimicking speech, but he mimics actions. So he knows the childproof things we have in the cabinets. You get the magnet off the fridge, and it's a beating kind of, and you have to run it on the cabinet, and then it pops it open. So he knows that there's something. He can't do it, but he's mimicking that, and it's made me think like, okay, well, at what point? Same question. What point do I need to listen to different podcasts or just straight up different music around him? Because,
yeah.
I don't want him to have like a bad mouth at 2.
I think it's when they start to put like actual sentences together.
How old's that?
Like I said, 3 or 4, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Hey, 3.
I mean, I'm worried because in the morning I hang out with Fritz and I don't really watch kid shows. I don't like toss kid shows on and just let them look at that. I toss on something that I want to listen to in the background and I just let that ride.
Totally fine now.
No, fuck.
Put on Cold Pizza.
I don't know. Now that what's his face is apparently just killing it, I might need to start watching ESPN. Like,
no, you don't want him mimicking Bev.
Dude, is ESPN paying people to like love Patrick Beverly right now?
You have to go on there and have the most fuego takes.
So yeah, but like, because right now I'm just watching like soccer podcasts, like I don't know,
that's fine.
Random like house design videos, stuff like that, and I feel like I'm not giving him a childhood because I'm not just shoving Coco Melon down his throat.
Can tell you this. If he's anything like my son, doesn't even care.
Yeah.
Barely watch it. He might look at it if he recognizes the theme songs, like the Bluey song, and he kind of gets excited for the song, and that's it. He don't want, and then he wants to go like, I don't know, fuck shit up, as they often do.
Anytime Parks hears a bad word now, he's like, he gives me like the big eyes, like, you hear that too? I'm like, yeah, I heard it, buddy.
See where I'm going with this?
Or he'll read, like he read the word shit the other day on something. Was it like closed caption on TV? He goes, saw that. Like, sorry, buddy.
I toss on Octonauts for Fritz, and he's just like, don't care.
What's
Are
Octonauts?
there 8 of them?
It's some dogs that, it's some animals that swim underwater.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, like I honestly, is for my money, I think it's one of the more swag television shows on Netflix right now.
I'm sure it's really swag.
Dude, it's a dog, a cat, and a little like penguin-looking thing that are just swimming around all the place.
What is Vegemals?
Dude, what the Vegemals, dude? Vegemals are half animal, half vegetable creatures, man. Are you kidding me? Dude, they got Albachoy. He's half bok choy and half albacore.
Dude, Albatroy's got that dog in him.
Dude, we got Barrett. His name's Barrett.
Barrett?
He's half bass, half carrot.
What would your Vegemal name be?
I don't know. We got time to think about this one,
Dude, they got Jalapeno.
I'll
He's
do
half
laser.
jalapeno, half salmon.
That's
That's dope. That's a good combo.
That's good. That's a good one.
That's a
Wait,
spicy
farm
one.
raised or wild?
These are wild, I think.
Of course
Good,
they're
good.
wild.
We got
Yeah.
Sharkini, half zucchini, half shark.
Okay.
Sharkini needs to be a drink.
I think you'd be this one, Dylan. It's halibut. It's half halibut, half beet.
You told me when Bay's out of town, you hella beat.
I did not say that to you.
Oh, man.
Hella beat.
Does it have to be a vegetable? I guess it can't be a fruit. What?
Read Vegebot.
What's Vegebot? Oh, it's a Vegemal robot.
Of course.
Yeah, that makes
else would
sense.
it be?
There's too many hybrids. They're doing too
No,
much.
dude, these are sweet. Dude, they got half cod, half radish. It's a coddish. I like this. I think I'd be, I'd be duck and what vegetable? I think I'd be a carrot duck. I think I'd be cuck.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Roasted carrots.
Stop.
What? Tell me that's not a good combination and not like two things that I really truly enjoy. Call me cuck now.
I'd be pollo asini. Combo of pollo asado and zucchini.
Damn, you're riding with zucchini over every other vegetable.
Why?
All right, I fuck
Why are
with
you
it.
choosing the Spanish version of it?
Because I'm international.
His pollo's asado.
Okay.
What are you gonna be, dog?
I don't know.
Pollo asado chipotle, by the way. You can't really taste much of a difference between that and the regular chicken.
Yeah, that's why
Just
I'm
wanted to
weirded
let
out
you know
because A-Bomb and Randy are completely against the pollo asado. They just go with the regular
Well,
chicken.
it's just all it is like it's like 30 more calories.
Yeah, but it's asado.
I mean, it is, but that ain't it.
All right,
It's better
Dylan's,
than the carne asada they rolled out. No offense.
Dylan's definitely salmon and spinach.
Why am I salmon?
You're
'Cause
spinach and
microwave
salmon.
I reheated salmon one time, exactly one time in this office. So I'm sandwich? Salmon spinach?
Mhm.
All right, sandwich.
Halibut. I gotta watch this show.
I like perchkin. It's half pumpkin, half perch.
That's a gross combination.
Oh, this one's
Don't
frat.
pumpkin my perch.
They got picado. It's half tomato, half pike.
oh, dude, fuck.
Dude,
those
fuck
guys.
Pike.
Those guys
Dude, fuck
fucking
Pike,
suck.
dude.
They got
Pike's-
kicked off.
Pike's bottom tier.
Yeah, dude,
They
fuck
fucking
them.
Suck, dude.
Dude,
They
fuck
got,
them.
They got caught.
Dude, they used to
fucking-
creep on our chicks, dude.
Yeah, they killed 2 pledges. Made them fight to the death. They both died.
Then they fucking ate them.
Yeah, it was fuck. Made the pledges eat them.
That's a big problem. What school is
Yes,
this?
the pledges made them raise a kid, and then they ate the kid.
State.
Florida State.
State.
Yeah, fuck. It's state. State is
State.
It was a state school. State was in the name.
No, fuck state.
Nah, fuck those guys. bro.
State.
No, we got to fight with them at the EX2 pool.
It's a joke for only San Marcos people.
Is that pool that like all the viral videos come out of when people fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
there actually is one.
That one fight video from there was wild.
There's like there's a standing pool party every Saturday there, probably.
and it's just
What if you want to lay down and get some sun?
You gotta stand.
can't.
You had to stand up the entire time.
It's standing room only.
Speaking
how
of
much-
pools, actually, we have a good news story here.
Imagine how much piss is in that pool at the end of every Saturday.
Couldn't be me. I simply get out and go to the men's room.
Yeah, sure.
Not me. I be pissing in pools. Not stop. You guys want to hear a story from a local pool?
Yeah.
Sure.
A North Carolina mother said she was evicted because her daughter was twerking by the pool. The Charlotte Observer reported that Marchette Foster received an eviction notice from the Elements South Park earlier this month. The report said that she's hired a lawyer. The woman and her 21-year-old daughter were evicted from their apartment after complaints of dancing at the pool's complex. Like, what if you took Parks to the community pool and like
How old was the daughter?
21? So they're
Okay.
just mobbing together. And he just starts twerking at the pool and they get kicked out.
I feel like you shouldn't be able to be evicted for that.
For twerking?
In fact,
21
you
is-
definitely can't be evicted for that.
It's age appropriate to be twerking at least. It's not a 12-year-old.
Maybe there's a
twerking.
code of conduct at the pool. Hey, if you want to say, hey guys, no, none of that at the pool, that's one thing. Evicting somebody, that's a wild, wild leap.
What if she was throwing that ass in a circle and they were simultaneously playing that song over the speakers outside the pool?
Well, there's precedent there.
That's what I'm saying.
Is there actually? Like, if you went in the court of law and like, were you like, no, the song was explicitly saying this?
Yeah, I would point to some a case in Texas.
And then you know what
Wasn't
you
that
do?
Dallas?
You know what you do? You quiet the entire jury
Introduce the song into
and
evidence.
you stand right there. You introduce that. And then if no one's really grasping it, then you put on Mambo number 5 and you see if anyone starts
Okay.
doing. Because if the jury starts doing it, you're like, well,
Yeah.
the prosecution rests.
Dude,
Or the defense rests. I'm sorry.
that's a hell of a strategy.
Yeah. Because if they can make it through the entire Mambo number 5 without doing something that Lou
Impossible.
says, like, then,
Impossible.
okay, guilty is charged. Evict them.
I would just
Little
stand
bit of
up,
Jessica.
please the court, and say, Your Honor, my client was in sicko mode.
Okay.
Would that work?
Better than goblin.
Yeah, but what if they told you, like, yeah, but you're not supposed to go to the pool if you're sick? Like, you know how you're not supposed to go in the pool if you have diarrhea?
Yeah, that's a real problem.
Mm-hmm. Shit spreads.
Gross.
Doesn't that freak you out? Like, when you're on vacation, you know that one person at that pool in Mexico's got diarrhea.
Okay.
No one has diarrhea.
You know at least one does.
No, I don't.
Why? They were drinking the faucet water.
But just you got to stay out of the
Somebody
pool.
was
if you
asking
gotta.
me about the water in Cabo. I didn't have any. I've never had an issue.
It's because you always drink bottled water.
Yeah.
But I couldn't remember. Like, do you have to order a bottle? And I'm like,
I have-
I just maybe they just bring it to
They
you.
do. They have it like on
Okay.
deck. All the
It does
time.
not please me to say that I have 100% had issues in Cabo with the water. Don't drink the water. There's blood in
Did
the
Dave
water.
play that?
I don't know. I feel like Brett like had no content from the Dave Matthews Band concert they
I
went
didn't even
to.
talk to him about it.
Like, he didn't even say like,
He
oh yeah, I had a
doesn't
fun time
remember
at the concert. Probably all the mushrooms he
Probably
took.
because it was mid.
It wasn't mid. It's Dave.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really listen to Dave. I don't know what I'm talking about. I need another pandemic to sweep through before I can get into another jam band.
I only have room for one Dave in my life.
Me?
Isn't your dad's name David?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Like, I feel like you got to stand him
I
a
got
little
two
bit.
Daves.
Yeah, it's tight. You guys want another question from our friend of the pod, Rachel?
Yeah.
My husband and I recently found out our second child is going to be a boy. Since we have not yet agreed on a name, we have two strong contenders. It's between James Oliver, my husband's pick, and Oliver James, my pick. I would definitely prefer Oliver as a first name, but the compromise is that my husband would call him Juice or OJ as a bit. Since the nickname is after an alleged killer, and she put alleged in quotation marks, I'm not the biggest fan. Is it worth listening to the bit the rest of my life so that I get the name that I want? Would love your input. Thank you.
Dude, go with Juice. I preferred James Oliver until I realized what she was
Wait,
talking
what's
about.
their
with
last
Juice.
name? Start with.
I don't know. I'm not trying to dox these people, David.
Awesome, dog.
Wow.
You have to. I do worry about having a kid and like having his initials spell out something, or her initials, or their initials.
Dude,
Parks' initials spell out Peck.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm just going to make him do bench press.
Every day's fucking
growing up.
Dude, I can tell, dude. He's been looking bigger up there.
All chest, no legs.
So he takes after his dad.
Mm-hmm.
man, I was thinking.
You
I
can't.
don't think you can do OJ.
No, I don't think you can either.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
think you
the
can.
Maybe enough time will. I mean, OJ's not going to be on Twitter when this kid's in high school.
Yeah, but
OJ's old.
like, what's the good alternative for like OJ? They're gonna start calling him like Ollie. Like
They're
that's
definitely going to call him Ollie.
that's the name of a kid who gets like his lunch tray thrown on the
What
ground.
happened to the Ollie Schneiderjans, the golfer?
I don't know.
Kind of fallen off.
Why didn't he just wear a hat?
Because,
They
dude,
didn't have a
no, that's the
sponsor.
drippiest thing you can do. If you don't have a hat sponsor, not wearing a hat during a tournament, that's just throwing the middle fingers in the air. That's why I always love watching the Ryder Cup for the guys that don't wear hats. Shout out Graham McDowell. Rory. Just saying. You got to show off the lettuce every once in a while.
All right.
They don't have to worry about that. They've got their hair privileged.
It's true. It's true.
They don't know the pain of a sunburned scalp.
I don't think she can compromise and take this. You can't have it be a bit after a guy who slaughtered his wife, allegedly.
And a waiter. Her boyfriend. Her love interest at the time. It's two.
Sure.
Also, used weapons to take back some of his merchandise that was being sold.
See, I respect that.
He's problematic.
He was trying to get what he wanted, what he deserved.
He has a checkered past.
What if they called him Cato? Cato Kalin.
Cato was sick.
Cato.
Dude, was Cato just cleaning up?
Yes.
Yes,
before
dude.
this all went down.
Dude, your name's
It probably
Cato.
have
Dude,
to.
Cato was loving life. He was like, "Oh man, I got this dope ass pool house
so
at this
happy to
famous
be on the
people's
stand.
house. Like I'm paying no rent back here. I'm just living the dream in LA right now."
No one was more happy to testify than him. He was like an overnight punch. He was Weekend Update. Like SNL was doing like straight up Cato bits.
Dude, he showed up at the spot like an extra fly.
It was, yeah, just wearing like a suit.
Yeah. He looked all right. He had that Cali boy
OJ took
swag.
one of my fries. We had McDonald's that night, and OJ, I remember OJ, we were sharing our fries together, and
Did they
I
really?
have a weird memory of OJ and Cato having fries together.
Next question. Do y'all ever not want kids? I'm 27 and I don't feel like I want to have them, but everyone says it's too early and I'll change my mind. What are your thoughts on this?
I always wanted kids, but hey, there's a lot of people who never want kids, and that's fine too. You may not ever want kids. You may not.
I probably had a time in my life where I said that I did not. But I don't think it was like a sincere I didn't want them. It was more of just like, not now.
I had this conversation with Brittany the other day. I don't remember the context and why I brought it up, but I said, I can totally understand why people don't want to have kids. Like, they're expensive, they're a lot of work. It takes them a long time to like grow up and be like self-reliant and all that stuff. But at the same time, I cannot imagine never having a kid.
Bringing another human into this cruel,
I can't
cruel
imagine
world.
not having Parks in my life. And it's easier saying that now that he's in my
Captain
life.
Hindsight over here.
But you know what I mean? Like, I get it why people don't want to have kids, but at the same
Because
time,
he's Mr. Hindsight.
same time, it's the best thing of all time. But I've always wanted
I don't
kids.
think I ever had I think Alyssa and I were like, we would be okay not having them, but we didn't want that to be the case. Like,
That's a good way of putting it.
because we weren't sure if we were going to be able to. So it was like, you know what? We can't. We just ball.
No one knows what I'm laughing at,
No.
and that's okay.
No, I think there was probably a time where I was like, nah, I'm not gonna have kids, whatever. But like, I was definitely single at that time. I was definitely a piece of shit. As you guys know, I used to be a piece of shit,
Right.
and I'm not anymore.
Right.
But like, I've never had a significant amount of experience with babies, and I think that was my biggest hiccup. Like, I never had a younger sibling that I ever held. I never had cousins that were so young that I like took care of them or anything. It just wasn't a thing that I did. And so I think the idea of having a baby was much different to me than the idea of having a kid. But like, I always knew it was a foregone conclusion that if I got married, I was definitely going to have kids. Like, I don't know. Like, one of the most exciting things in the world was telling my parents that we were having a kid. Seeing their face light up was like enough. It's like, okay, I can do this. They didn't act sad. They weren't scared when I told them that I was having a kid, which was a really
nice.
reassuring thing.
Brittany is now leaning toward us. Well,
Dude, let's go.
she had been on the fence for a while, and then she was like, "No, I'm not going to do it. Like, just don't want to go through all that again." And she's had some health concerns too. Lately, she's like, her tune is changing a bit. She's like, "I don't know, maybe we should have a kid." So we'll see. We'll see about it.
I'm trying to get snipped.
Your boy's going to get snipped.
I got to see Dr. Snip,
Dr. Chop,
Dr. Chop, Dr. Snip.
Dr. Richard Chop.
There's a lot. Every urologist in this town has a nickname.
Can we get a urologist on the pod?
Well, no,
I bet my guy
Dr.
would do
Richard
it.
Chop is his actual name.
Oh, really?
Dick Chop, yes.
Did he change it though at some point?
vasectomies. I'm not kidding.
Is he the Better Call Saul? He's
Yeah,
the Saul
like
Goodman
he
of the-
definitely like he wasn't born that way. I know it's his name now, but Seems a little
Richard
too
Chop.
convenient.
Chop with 2 P's.
That's
Yeah,
that's like my name being called like.
Chop style.
He's a urologist, Dr. Richard Chop. He's here in Austin.
That's like one of our names being like Mike Fuego or something.
My name's James Podcast.
Yeah, I'm Potty
Jimmy
McPodface.
Pods.
Jimmy Pods.
Damn, Dick Chop. Yeah, look him up. He's real.
Yeah, well, that's funny. No, I think if we really wanted to, I think the guy I see, I'll be seeing him this week. I think he would definitely do it. Younger guy. We were talking about frequent urination. We somehow were talking about like adult diapers, and he had like this idea. He's like, we just met, by the way. He's like, what if we like started like an adult diaper company, but like they were like party themed. So it was like adult diapers, like, and we normalized it, and like they had like beer bongs on them and stuff. And I was like, I just don't know.
That just ain't it.
I don't know.
So are these
Anyway, what's up with my bladder?
What's the target audience for the
I don't
adult
know.
diapers with the party theme? Is
I
it
think it was
old
college
people
kids
that pee themselves, or is it college kids that are
college
trying
kids
to
who-
drink so much that they piss
That's
themselves?
that's
Maybe
it.
they do a swim version and wear it to that pool party we were talking about. Just load that thing up all day.
All day.
Load that thing up.
Your diaper with pee-pee.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any scenario that like a diaper would make things better right now.
Only if you're driving cross country to do harm to the NASA astronaut that you were in a relationship with.
Oh, yeah. I remember that story.
What? Did I miss
A
something?
woman drove, like Dave said, across country, and she didn't want to stop to pee, so she wore a diaper on the way there to make it an efficient drive.
That's hella efficient though.
Yeah.
Lisa Nowak. Why the astronaut drove 900 miles.
Is that like
To
a normal
attack
thing
her
astronauts
ex's
do? Do they wear
girlfriend.
diapers on like the takeoff?
I don't think so.
I feel like you'd
bro.
have to, because think about like all the forces that are working when you're taking off on a spaceship. I feel like
might-
you'd shit your pants.
You might squeeze one out.
Like I bet if you Google, do you shit your pants at takeoff on like a space shuttle? I bet you do shit your pants a little bit.
Do you?
It's nothing to be ashamed of. Like
No
you're going to
way.
space.
I bet you have to clear your back. I bet you fast before you go up into space. And you definitely go fast to go into space.
But
This is. I think I'm the first person to ever Google this.
it
by
would
the
be
way.
so hard to fast before going to space, knowing that all you're going to get after that is that like shitty ice cream.
You want to go to like Terry Black's
Yeah.
the night before?
Yeah.
Just go for the beast feast.
I want to show up to my space shuttle mission like with meat sweats.
Yeah, I want to be like, hey, y'all, I just want to let you know, I don't know if I'm going to make it into orbit.
Yeah.
This is going to be a problem.
Yeah, if you guys see me going through the cabin, that's my bad.
Someone actually asked, "Do astronauts wear diapers during liftoff?"
And come on, give it to me. Give it to me.
A maximum absorbency garment (MAG) is an adult-sized diaper with extra absorption material that NASA astronauts wear during liftoff, landing, and extravehicular activity to absorb urine and feces. It was worn by both male
See?
and female astronauts.
See?
Oh my God.
Yeah, see, dude, it makes sense. Think of everything going on. Like, dude, you would have like I almost pissed my pants if I go on the Gravitron.
I mean, it's
Wow,
basically
you're right, Will.
It's basically like being on like the most intense part of a roller coaster for like 30 minutes or something, however long it takes to get.
That's
I
a
don't
savvy,
know.
like, see, this was a savvy move. She learned the efficiency of wearing a diaper from somewhere, and it was from when she was doing her mission.
That should be part of like the boot camp to see if you got the right stuff, as they say. You're like,
Oh.
you're in like the gyro thing that spins you around. It's like
Or the G-Force simulator.
you passed everything except
There's shit
you
everywhere.
done crapped your pants,
I
Captain.
can't believe they wear diapers.
I was kind of surprised when I talked to when I did that thing at Miramar and got to talk to the pilots and stuff. Like, I was kind of surprised by how few simulated missions they do. They do like 20. Doesn't it seem like you do like hundreds?
I don't know.
They got that dog in them though.
Oh, that's the sickest profession there is.
Like I was
Cosmonaut?
watching
Astronaut?
something the other day on like Top
Fighter
Gun.
pilot.
Oh, we were just watching Top Gun the other night during dinner. It was just on, and I put it on. And like the dude that led us around the entire time was wearing one of the dope ass leather jackets with all the patches and stuff on it.
Oh.
I was just like, dude, you look so sick right now.
Dude, you roll up in a bar with one of those things on, and then you just strike up a convo.
Oh yeah, homie can get it.
Oh, he's gonna like get it.
I'm the softest person to ever go into the bar that they all hang out in. Like they probably have footage of me in there, and they're like, dude, who let the cuck in there? Just to be clear, that is a carrot duck.
Right. Yeah.
Carrot duck is not a bad pair.
No, I think in terms of flavor combination, some roasted carrots and nice pan-seared duck. Oh my God, sign me up.
Shut up.
Hey, we got a dog dad question because, we were dog dads before anything. Dog. My dog is a rescue. No need to thank me. And her favorite food is Dunkin' Bacon Wake-Up Wraps. I assume this is a wake-up wrap from Dunkin' Donuts. I usually get 2 and I give her the last bite of both while we cruise to doggy daycare. Recently, some family members told us that she's looking thick with 2 C's. Okay. Do I deprive her of her favorite food as it is nearly bathing suit season, or I keep letting her live her best life, love the program?
How often is this dog getting this treat?
Every day on the way to daycare.
No, you can't do that.
You can't give your dog that every day.
That's really unhealthy.
Yeah, I'm not trying to dog explain, but that's just not, I don't think that's sustainable.
Yeah, don't do that.
They have charts at the vet that show like how many calories your dog should be eating, and then it shows you different snacks that you might give them and how many calories that adds to their regular diet. And it makes you realize how little you should give your dog outside of their normal meals.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's insane how Dave, I'm not trying to tortilla shame you right now, as I definitely give Rosie tortillas, but just doing that tortilla flip, like, that's a lot of calories for them to be tacking onto their regular diet. Rosie's getting a little thick right now, and I have had a couple family members make comments on it, and so we got her groomed up and shaved. Looking a lot thinner now. She had to get faded up.
Keep your dog trim and healthy. It's better for their joints.
Yeah.
Longevity, better quality of life. Look, they love snacks, and they're going to love you if you give them snacks. I get it. It's tempting. Don't do it, though. Not good.
But, dude, have you ever had a child that throws food on the ground for the dog? Because that's currently what I'm trying to trudge through right now.
I've never seen my wife so defeated as she makes like a waffle for Rhodes, gives it to him. First thing he does is just throws it on the ground.
That's sick.
Just like...
Fritz has somehow learned in the last 3 days, he's learned that he wants to do something that is quite generous of him, but he does one for me, and then we'll give him some pirate's booty, for example. He'll eat one pirate's booty himself, and then he'll set one aside, and then he'll eat another one and set one aside. And now he's just stopped setting them aside and started throwing them to Rosie. And I'm like, you got to stop doing this, homie.
Yeah, it's cute, but you're like, just don't want her eating that.
Yeah, at least pirate's booty's pretty low cal.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Stella loves her. We've been talking about them. So she loves Cheerios. It's her favorite snack. She goes crazy for them.
Cheerio.
I'll drop like 10, 15 of them on the ground. Ooh, she goes crazy.
Can I give you guys some breaking news that has nothing to do with parenting?
Yeah.
You want to hear? No, don't look. I want to surprise you. Do you want to know the 8:11 a.m., Thursday tea time?
What time do they tee off on Friday? Does it say?
The 8:11 tea time is Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth.
Oh. Catch me following them on Friday.
Shoot. That's nasty.
Fritz is going to be on my shoulders. He's wearing a bucket hat the entire time watching Tiger go low.
Damn, that's sick.
There he is.
You said Friday? Okay.
No, Thursday. So they'll flip it and they'll play afternoon Friday.
That's perfect for your boy.
Are they going to put it down and reverse it too?
No, they're probably just going to play 18 holes of golf.
Oh.
I'm worried the fan's going to be on Friday afternoon. It's going to be windy as fuck. Got Tiger out there battling the elements.
At least it won't be cold.
Damn.
I trust him playing in the wind.
Y'all want to come with me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I absolutely do.
Sure.
I'm getting more and more horned by the hour for this trek up to Tulsa.
As you should.
It's the horniest I've ever been to go to Oklahoma.
I've never been.
I've been pretty horny to go up to Oklahoma before.
I haven't.
Ever? You've never been to Oklahoma?
I've never been to Oklahoma.
That's so weird.
I know.
How?
I don't know.
That's like
because there's nothing up there for me.
That's like Randy never going to Michigan.
There's nothing up there for me.
Yeah, they do have shitty joints. You're right.
I mean, I could hit a casino, but I don't really want to.
You could though.
What else am I gonna do?
You kind of do want to though. Like you're low key like a big gambler.
What is it? Bricktown? What do they call it?
No, that's what they call Brett's apartment.
Nobody goes there anymore.
Really? Is that Oklahoma City?
Bricktown's kind of it's more family friendly. The bar's like I think it's Midtown now. It was really blowing up when I was getting out of there, but there's some shout out McNelly's.
We're gonna go to Norman, Oklahoma.
Norman's not a bad college town. Norman's
Did it kind of bum you out a little bit that they do the neutral site for the game every year, so you can't go to be an away fan in Norman and just raise hell?
No, because it's so dope.
Yeah, but like
The way they do
celebrating
it is so dope.
celebrating as an away fan, away is. I mean, you do risk your life a bit, but it's so fucking
Just going to
fun.
the Barley House after a dub or a loss, either way, go Barley and just
It really stinks because for the longest time, like the best, and there were no good home games in Austin.
Yeah.
Because the best game of the year was always a neutral site in Dallas. Then you get like Kansas State in here, and and Kansas would beat you at home, and it'd be terrible, and
people forget.
Yeah, it'd be way sicker if they just did home and home.
God, it's crazy that Alabama's going to come in here and lose in September.
If I can't even
just kidding.
imagine. I can't even imagine how
points.
insufferable
don't
everyone
worry.
would be if Texas somehow beat Bama. It would be the most insufferable time to live in Austin since I've moved here.
Texas has a less than 1% chance of winning that game.
I'm just saying, if that 1% comes true, I don't know if I'm going to be able to listen to Texas fans talk about how they beat Bama that one time.
Well, Will, I got a news flash, buddy.
It ain't happening.
Well, yeah, that. But if they do, you're not going to avoid it.
No.
Yeah, you're married into hardcore Texas fans.
Yeah, let me check. Yeah, I probably have 50 text messages right now straight from in my Texas Longhorns group chat.
Is the baseball team doing all right? They fall off.
They're struggling.
They were ranked real high early and then just kind of tanked after.
Titanic, however, is leading the nation in home runs and is hitting like 438 or some shit.
Very cool.
Big time year.
Hey, thanks everyone who wrote in. This was
That
fun.
was it?
Good pod.
That felt like it was a 15-minute pause.
Well, it
62 minutes, probably 63 when we're done.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
It's like there's a clock in front of you or something.
To everyone who wrote in, thank you. Shouts to all the parents out there. Shouts to all the dog parents out there.
Yeah. Parenting's lit, man.
It's fine. I'm just kidding.
That's the tagline for this pod.
Parenting is lit. It's lit.
Toodaloo.
Bye.